Here's the moment of truth. God. So if you're watching this, I am probably on my 40-day spiritual retreat postpartum, and that means I'm not doing any cooking, any cleaning, anything except for healing and bonding and hopefully eating really well to facilitate that. So I thought what I would do is film me getting ready for that period by stocking my freezer full of incredible food. So today, the incredible thing that we are making are not only the best black bean brownies I ever had, but probably the best brownies, period. They're full of fiber, they're full of protein, they're gluten-free, and they're vegan. So without further ado, let's get going. You can find the entire measured out recipe on the blog, which I've linked below. I am actually doubling that recipe today because I am stocking the freezer full, and I know these things, just thinking about them, my mouth is starting to water right now because they are so melt in your mouth, chewy, gooey deliciousness. So I'm gonna start with about a cup of oats, and if you have quick oats, that's preferable. If you only have flakes, you can just give them a whiz before you add your other ingredients. And just kind of eyeing it here. That's about a cup of oats. And you do not need a Vitamix for this. A food processor works just as well, if not even better. I'm gonna go with about 3 cups of black beans. I have cooked these off, soaked and cooked them in my pressure cooker myself, but this is about 2 15-ounce cans if you're in the States. So yeah, 2 cans of black beans or about 3 cups. And then I forget how much cocoa powder and baking soda this is, but I measured it out. I think it's like 4 tablespoons and a teaspoon of cocoa powder versus baking powder. And then we are going to add a whole ½ a cup of coconut oil. And I am making mine sugar-free. We'll just add a pinch of salt because you always need a little pinch of salt in all your recipes to bring out the flavor. I'm making mine sugar-free, so I have some stevia sweetener, and I am just going to kind of eye that in. For sweetener, unfortunately, I can't really give you measurements because they all have different levels of sweetness. You can do this to taste. The nice thing about this is there's nothing in it that you can't eat raw, even if you're pregnant, like eggs. A little dash of maple syrup really brings out a nice sweet flavor, especially if you're doing things sugar-free. A little bit of like maple syrup or honey or even agave or whatever, just that natural sugary sweetness. The stevia or whatever you're using really brings out the lovely flavors in the natural sugars, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more appealing. A little bit of vanilla. And then today I'm also, because I have a little bit left over, I'm just gonna add a bit of coffee to this because coffee and chocolate go amazing together, and I have a little bit left over from breakfast, so I'm just gonna throw that in together. You won't taste the coffee when you add a little bit of coffee to chocolate stuff, but you will enhance the flavor of the chocolate and really give it a lot of depth. Now, what you can't see is that on the side I have reserved the bunch of chocolate chips. So I'm gonna whiz this up, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with these chocolate chippies right after. Oh my goodness, my pregnancy brain. I just realized from the consistency of this that I forgot one key ingredient. Is ½ a cup of milk of your choice. Whatever floats your boat. Let's see how this goes now. That is to get this quite smooth. You don't want any chunks. I wouldn't recommend doing this by hand. So I'm just gonna kind of get this down and make sure that it's all super smooth. This is what really gives it a super velvety, chewy texture that I just love. Okay, I think we're good to go. And now it's time for the magic. Chocolate chips! And these are dark chocolate chips that are also sugar-free. And I'm just gonna reserve a little bit on the side here. And I believe this is 1 2/3 a cup in total for the double recipe. But I'm just gonna grab a scraper and I'm just gonna add the batter to the chocolate chips now. Our lovely fiber-rich, high-protein, whole food batter to these delicious, decadent chocolate chips. Get all of it out. And I love baking with oats. I think oats are kind of an unsung hero. Things like quinoa get all of this press for being superfoods, while oats have similar nutrient profiles and similar density of all kinds of amazing nutrients and whatnot that you need. Some of the healthiest people in the world actually, like, as I've observed and learned, you know, how the best bodies in the world get that way, it is so common that so many of these incredibly healthy women and men start their days with oats. It's the thing. So we're gonna mix this up. This lovely chocolatey batter that's all delicious from the cocoa and all of the really good ingredients we got in there, and the chocolate chips now. So I'm layering parchment paper in my ceramic dish, and you can use a tin dish if you want, whatever you've got around. Glass is fine, Pyrex. And now, look at this, the magic moment when the batter goes in the pan. Don't waste it. One of the golden rules of high-end chefdom: waste nothing. Get all that good out. Okay, then we're gonna spread this out. And this isn't gonna make very thick brownies, but that really isn't the point of these guys. They're really dense, really chewy, really gooey. So they don't need to be big, cakey, and thick. That really isn't the main kind of feature of these brownies. They're those sticky, icky, ooey, gooey ones, not cakey ones. And then the last step, the pièce de résistance, is we're gonna sprinkle our chocolate chips on the top, making sure they don't go down the side, because that's a waste. Okay, now it's ready to go into the oven. The moment of truth. Ooh. This is also not the kind of brownie you want to eat straight out of the oven. It is very, very soft right now. So we're gonna chill this. And that is one of the secret kind of steps to making the ooeyest, gooeyest brownies ever. So we're gonna duck out, and I'm gonna have my last ultrasound before this baby comes. And when I come back, this is going to be perfect. Here's the moment of truth. Look at that. This isn't even completely chilled yet. It'll still get a little bit chewier in the fridge. But, as you can see, a bit of crumbliness. I don't know if you can kind of tell just the way that it's pulling how chewy and ooey and gooey that gets. I think I need a taste tester.
You can't even tell that it's beans.
Look at this. This is so chewy and yum. God. He thought his filming was done. This stuff is the real deal. So we're gonna pack this up, gonna freeze maybe 2/3 of it, and eat the rest. Thanks for tuning in, guys.